I've been called dumb once or twice in my life.
So is this like our first real guest?
First real guess, I'm 100% sure my leg's going to just rip this cord out of the floor, and our entire podcast is just going to shut down before we ask him one single question.
That sounds pretty accurate as far as our podcast goes.
The quality of this podcast. Anyway, welcome aboard, guys. I'm Nick.
I'm Kevin.
And we're the two dumb idiots.
We brought a third idiot today.
Oh, yeah, we brought a third. Yeah. He's way out there in the mountains. I just want to know, can you hear us out there?
A what?
Here, I'll fix your microphone. Here we go. There we go. This is my buddy Jordan. We're having on the podcast today. He is he's a moron, but he has a wide variety of knowledge as long as you keep it between hockey and movies.
Mostly in the hockey part.
Mostly in the hockey part, less movies. But yeah, we thought we'd have some fun. We normally just stick with us two knuckleheads, but I don't know. We're getting a little tired of Kevin's point of view, so we thought we'd mix it up a little bit.
Well, yeah, that's, Nick's tired of me being right, so it gets a little,
That's right.
It gets a little tough.
Hey, Aunt Marie, welcome in. That's my Aunt Marie. She's welcome in. She's live. So today, if you've never been on the podcast before, if you've never watched before, me and Lamb try to stay non-political. We try to have some fun. We'd like to bring up some fun subjects for you guys, maybe mix up the news so you guys just aren't inundated with coronavirus and Trump at all times of your day. Let's go ahead and start off with some shout-outs. So we got a lot of people that are been really cool, man. People have been shouting us out. People have been giving us some love. People have given us some really cool stories or some good links to check out. So do you got the graphics ready here?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so I want to definitely shout out.
As soon as you want it.
Soon as you
let
want
me
it.
know. You gotta just give me some directions
Hey,
here.
I got you directions. First one, we want to give a shout-out. Buddy of ours, Jason Kinzo, has his own little boom. There he is, Jason. There you are. There's your real shout out. But we even got your merch on the screen. Jason runs a little bit of a fitness camp he does every morning, and he shouted us out a few times. So if you want to be up at 9 in the morning and punch a punching bag and get your sweat on, Jason's your guy. Jason, really appreciate the shout out, man.
Pretty legit logo too.
It is. Yeah, he's got some
I know,
T-shirts.
it looks like he paid somebody at least like $2 to make it.
Yeah. Or
Maybe he made it in Microsoft Word. What do you think?
Microsoft Office, just gonna type it all out.
Yeah.
No, it looks beautiful. He's got some T-shirts with it, but good guy. Second shout out, give a shout out to my cousin Paul. He gave us a nice little shout out today for his viewers. And then one of your friends, Mombod, gave us a nice little shout out.
Yeah, Mombod.
Right.
Always appreciate you, Stace.
Yeah, and I gotta give my boy Kurt a shout out because I was told I had to. So Kurt, shout out to you.
And we got to give Jordan a shout out for coming in from the
Hey,
mountain.
that's right, Jordan. Appreciate you coming down from the Alps
It's a
to.
long trek. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, heck yeah. So if you get cold up there, too fucking bad. So hey man, we got a whole bunch of comments. Holy shit, I just missed a bunch of comments. Well.
But yeah. All right, I'll keep it on in the comments.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on Jordan over there, mountains. Make sure there's no avalanches. Make sure we don't lose them.
Yeah, we got Linda Amory in here. We
Linda
got Kurt
Amory.
We got Pops. We got Paul. We got some viewers in here today. What's going on, everybody? Here we go.
Kurt
Here we go.
McGirt.
There we go. Just watching Jordan over here on the cam. So today we're gonna play it a little different. Today we got some games ready. We got some fun ready, and we're gonna try and just quiz Jordan a little bit, pick his brain, and maybe take our show in a different direction today. Or maybe it probably just end up in the exact same
I was
direction.
definitely brought on to help Nick feel smarter. Positive.
I asked him 1,000 questions beforehand. He knew 6 of them, so that's not bad. What's happening, party
Most
people?
of them are basic math questions.
Basic math.
It's all geometric.
Yeah, I hope you have really been studying up on your general pre-algebra, maybe some trigonometry.
Also, I got a new shirt for the show. Yeah, I got a shirt.
Oh, shout out.
Oh, shout out. Hey, Arnold. Yeah. There we go. All right, let's go ahead. We normally like to start off the show with something positive. We're going to try and do that from now on because everything's so damn negative. So we got a funny story that we thought was pretty great. Lamb, actually, why don't you go ahead and introduce this, man? This is your story.
All right, so apparently this guy has been trolling. You're gonna have to turn that up, buddy.
I didn't touch it. I was just saying. I just want to
Just
fart.
saying.
I just want to fart every
I know you did, but you had it low.
You almost wanted it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So
Faked
one of those things. This guy apparently has been trolling his neighborhood with fake posters for a while. Jordan hasn't seen any of these, so we wanted to show him live. We'll get his reactions. I only showed Nick a few of them, just enough to see. But we'll get this. We'll show you guys along too, and we'll explain them for those folks at home. So we got here.
So the story is what? That this guy's just been pasting fake pictures all around his neighborhood?
Yeah, he just thought it'd be funny. You know, all these like lost dog photos or whatever people put up. He's like, I'm just gonna have some fun with it.
Hell yeah.
So first one, found this bird. It's a picture of a pigeon. It says, "Is this yours?" No name tag. Yelled at every name at it. Doesn't respond to any. Obeys no commands. Very poorly trained. And
Oh my god.
it's apparently terrorizing my dogs and daughter. It's not gonna
I
hold
like
up.
how that you put a picture of her daughter.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really or not, but
Why would her daughter have to be on there? How would that help
Right.
anybody?
Oh, that's awesome.
I do like that it says yelled every name at it, doesn't respond to any. Even if it was like
Yeah.
a cat or anything, it wouldn't respond to a name anyways.
just any. No, but it says all the names.
Right, you
Every
tried-
name.
I tried every
Every one of them.
What's a common bird name? Tweety? Is that it? Is that like what is that?
Kiwi was one of my birds I had.
Okay, all right.
I think it was
100%.
Gerald.
Okay. You're getting. Isn't Gerald the name of this guy on the shirt? Is that really?
Maybe that's where. Maybe that's why it popped in my
Oh.
brain.
Hey, here we go. Here
All right, next one. Do you know this man? It's a dude just chilling in a hot tub. Disappeared in my hot tub 5 days ago.
That picture.
Has been there since. Does not talk, move, or blink. At night, his eyes glow red.
Dude, that picture
Okay,
is
so yours was
awesome.
great. Is one, it looks like there's urine next to him on the right of that
Yeah.
hot tub I just
Maybe a
noticed.
stain. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
Yeah, dude, I think that's just a stain.
Yeah, maybe.
Ew.
I also feel like
Like worse.
I feel like this guy's hot tub is so gross he doesn't clean it. He just lets this guy sit in it. Probably very strange. I never even noticed his eyes look like
Yeah.
demon eyes. That's really
Oh,
horrifying.
that's the best.
I mean, are you gonna let this guy chill in your hot tub? He seems like a nice guy.
If I see demon eyes, I'm not telling him to leave.
All right, but if I have like a really nice hot tub and I don't use it anymore, and this guy comes over, he's having a tough day, I'll let him sit there for a couple
Yeah.
hours. You know what I
You
mean?
know, I might ask him some
And then
questions.
I might violently ask him to leave. Found
So next
it.
one.
Just found it.
Found this. Not giving it back. Sorry.
If that really was somebody's horse and you were just like a finders keepers rule,
Yeah, just like dibs.
does that apply? Like if this horse has
I
no
don't-
identification on it and it comes scrolling into my
I
yard,
don't think there is a legal finders keepers rule.
I 100% understand the finder keepers rule is not real, but I'm saying if I found this horse and you come over to me 6 months from now and say, hey, that's actually my horse,
I think you have the burden of proof's on that person.
Yeah. I mean, I think
prove it.
Yeah,
And yeah, I
you
think
have
they-
to somehow
I think they
prove that you
brand them or
lost a
something, maybe.
horse. Yeah, I know that they. I
I don't know if they still do. Maybe they tag their ears or something.
No, I think that there's some way that they're identifying them now without.
You're
that.
a horse
Maybe they
person.
have
Well, is there a
like
comment?
One thing is
maybe they
like,
do
you
like a
could
nose
prove-
print and it's like a fingerprint. I don't know.
You could absolutely prove what kind of like horseshoes you put on it. You know, you got to do that.
What's this? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this in here?
Dylan Reese.
Dylan Reese, welcome in. Dylan Reese for the follow. Appreciate that.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, what do you got? Any more here?
Yeah.
Do not contact me. Go ahead.
Let's see what we
It
got.
still leaves a phone number.
Did it really?
Yeah.
With do not contact.
I'm hoping it's
pretty
like
good.
like just a recording. It says, "Why are you calling this number?"
That's
Next
really-
one, car impersonator. I can impersonate any vehicle: Honda Civic, Honda Accord, Kia Elantra, Ford Mustang. He's
What?
just got sunglasses on.
That's pretty good.
I
What's the
am
difference-
appropriate for kids.
What's the difference between a Civic
or
and
adults too
Accord?
can do nude.
Uh,
One's straight, and one's to the side. It looks like.
that
I don't know.
Can do nude.
I don't know.
That doesn't sound like you are appropriate.
It said, I am appropriate for kids or adults.
Oh,
or
okay,
adults,
okay,
if
okay.
you need the nude.
So if you want like a nude car, buff men versus weak men, your oldest rivals. So, oh man, I know this guy on the left. He's famous. Who is this?
Yeah, that's Marius Pujanowski.
Wow, that was really fast. That was really fast. You just
You said he's famous. I know him.
Wait,
I'm
is
just
it
like,
like,
I know. How dare I know this famous person? You
CrossFit
know,
strongman.
World's Strongest Man,
Okay.
like probably like 2008 ish.
dead now. In the middle
Don't
of
think so.
In the middle
But
of a live
apparently,
control, just
apparently
exploded.
there'll be 3 challenges for them. It'll be archery, a bake-off, and insect identification.
Nice.
It's a live event, 25 at the door. I'll sing for you, one-on-one only. Original songs about the moon and stars. Never before heard. I will pay you
15
an hour.
Oh.
I like. Where's he getting all these phone numbers? Dude? He's got. He's
I
rolling out
wonder-
some.
yeah.
Rolling out some phone
And they're
numbers.
like real numbers. They're not like 555 numbers.
No.
All right, last one. We'll do one. There's a ton of these.
Yeah.
So if you want, you'll be able. Reward. We reward you with one dog, Toby, if you can teach me how to play trombone.
This is a horse crap.
Didn't even spell trombone right either.
Oh my god.
Trombone.
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 Trombone. This sounds like an awful deal. So I gotta.
And then
I
it-
get a dog and I gotta teach you to play an instrument.
But if you teach him to trade, no, it's a trade.
I think it's a pretty
You get a dog.
If you're like good at trombone and like you don't
Want a
have
dog?
anything to do, I mean, it's sweet, but
Do you think that's going to impress the ladies, the trombone skills? 'Cause that's what he's doing.
I'm pretty sure that, that's what every lady wants is a trombone serenade.
Doubt it.
I mean, he's got to know.
Doubt it.
wife.
Doubt it.
Yeah, maybe his wife's just really into the trombone. Maybe she's just a huge jazz trombone.
Listen, babe, if you could just
fave.
really get that trombone down, this would take this relationship to a whole different level.
All right, we'll stop with these. We got a ton of these guys,
see
but
it
yeah,
on
we're gonna go back to this, and then we're gonna check out what's going on in the world. But we got tons of people. GameCube Gorillas over here. We got question for
Momoa.
what are your views on wearing a hockey mask with a visor to shield you from the coronavirus?
Whoa, from a hockey guy. What do you think?
Wait, like in a real hockey setting?
Yeah.
I mean, like, there is no reason that they shouldn't do that. But I mean, also, honestly, like the concerns about people and players playing in coronavirus.
I'm worried about the puck
so,
transferring the
so
corona
small
from player to
league.
player.
Like, has to do with players actually transferring it to each other.
Yeah, I mean, I think them smashing around on the ice is not.
Right. It's more like going out
Apparently,
there.
Paul thinks I got a poster of Marius Pujanowski in my house.
That is
if
still
you're
up
gonna have
for
a
debate.
if you're gonna have a poster, I mean, it's not a terrible. The guy was world's strongest man like 5 years in a row.
That's
That's
right.
terrible.
All right, so what else? We also we tried to have some subject.
Apparently,
here.
B Skizzy's safe word is trombone.
That's right. So
It comes up organically.
Well,
you just
Live
like
and
sitting there
learn.
eating lunch. Trombone. All right, knock it off. So we want to do some stories today. We got some questions. We'll have some fun. I got. We'll start off with one story that we have just continued to cover, just because I like seeing people that are crappy suffer. So
I really respect the honesty there. Like, not even like
allegedly.
I'm trying to bring light to the like.
No,
I
we'll
like
say
trash and
allegedly. We're gonna go with allegedly crappy human beings.
no, it's not alleged.
Alleged.
There's like 7,000 people.
Legally.
Okay. For legalities. All right,
Yes.
I'll give you that.
I'm not saying what I believe. I'm just saying what I have to say.
Okay, so we've been covering this Ellen DeGeneres story. And to catch you guys up, maybe 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, my little brother has a girlfriend. What? Shock. But shout out little brother with girlfriend. Woo! No, so she comes over and she's in the business and she says to me, I had some friends work on the Ellen DeGeneres show and they had a really miserable time. And I said, why? And she said, because apparently Ellen DeGeneres is a jerk. Apparently she's rude, she's nasty, she puts on this massive persona that she's this really nice person, she's enjoyable to be around. But behind closed doors, she's pretty evil is what I've heard. People have said there's all these rules. Apparently, if you look at her in the eyes and you're not a director, producer, or a talent, you're fired. If you speak to her and you're not a producer, director, or talent, you're fired. Apparently there's rules about like chewing gum. You have to have good breath. All these different like weird rules around her. Apparently she's really horrible to a lot of people. So this is that was told to me 3 months ago. All these stories have started to come out. All these people. And then there was like this person on Twitter who called out and said, anybody has any Ellen stories about how rude she is, maybe shout them out. And it just spiraled. It's dominoed now every single day. And apparently her PR team told her, like, just give it a minute. Everybody will stop talking trash. It'll pass. But it has not passed. And people continue to talk trash. And apparently her show is down now 14%. I cover this story and I keep bringing it up for two reasons. One, I always thought Ellen DeGeneres looked like the kind of person that I thought you wanted to be as a celebrity, right? Like she was kind, she was sweet, she was genuine, she was funny, she was prankstery, she was everything you thought was like what you wanted to be as a good person. And to come to find out, it's just like complete opposite of that, 180. I don't know, like I'm not saying you should look up to people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying some people you look at and you think like Jim Carrey. You look at Jim Carrey and think, man, that guy's a good guy. If we come to find out he's been like beating his kids and selling, heroin, you're like, man, that kind of sucks, She was one of these people. So apparently she's horrible. And to even top the story off, her staff sat for over 30 days, had no idea if they were fired, laid off, what they should do during the coronavirus. So I'm not a huge Ellen fan. And now her show is down 14%. And apparently, rumors is the show might actually get cut off. So the Ellen DeGeneres show might actually end because of rumors that she's nasty. I bring this up because Jordan's actually in the business, and we want a really hot take from you that could possibly ruin your career. So go ahead and give it out there. What do you? No, I'm just kidding.
Rickery Dickory over here says, we talked about this before, Nick.
Yeah.
I said, Ellen is not most dope.
Not the most dope. Yeah, so apparently multiple people that I know that are in the industry have told me that she is not the most dope. Something you said to me off air, though, was that...
She was dope.
I definitely don't know anybody who's worked with her personally. No.
Okay, but you said off air that sometimes these personalities are really, really big, and you get behind scenes and they're not the same. But you said there was somebody you worked with that has a big personality on screen, but actually is a decent human being.
Yeah, I was saying to you off air that I was surprised when I worked on American Idol for 2 days that like same category. I think you'd say like
Name
Ryan
dropping.
Seacrest was like a nice dude and a really regular guy, and he's like that same category where like it's not even like people who like have a crazy talent and like people put up with them being awful. It's like their talent is that they like appear to be a good person and people like them.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
basically their whole talent.
And
But he
actually-
actually was cool.
Yeah, that's actually good to hear because I remember we also did a story a while ago, me and Lamb, where he was rumored to be having a stroke because like his eye was like actually drooping in this live appearance he was having, and people were saying that his schedule is so insane that he gets up and he has like a first show at 4:30 and then another show at 6, another show at 7, another show at 9, like boom, 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 boom. And you said when you were there though, it was just nonstop work even when you were there.
Yeah, I mean, like even like he had to do something for his own show. He was still working on American Idol, and I remember like until that season, people thought like, no way are they gonna like be able to like continue to afford him.
Yeah.
And he was also doing like he took over that like Casey Kasem.
Yeah, it's like the radio show.
Where,
What
like,
is that?
Every week they count
America
down the-
Top 40?
Yeah, they count down the top 40 songs in America every week, and it's like something that's been going on for like 50, 60 years, where like Casey Kasem was the guy who did it forever, and it was like a huge deal when like Ryan Seacrest was like taking that over. But I mean, like we haven't even covered, I'm sure, like a percentage of like what he does.
I don't even know. I know he does a radio
every day.
show.
Yeah.
He has a podcast. I know he does like the American Idol. I know he does like
Live with Ryan and Kelly.
Live with
every
Ryan
day.
Kelly, and then
5
you-
days a week. He's
you-
doing a live television show.
the top 40 or whatever you
Yeah.
just said. He's doing that. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool that you had that. But in your, when I talk about, oh, you're not allowed to look at him, you're not allowed to speak to him, I assume speaking to like really high class talent is actually pretty normal, right? Like not being able to speak to them, but that's a no-go always normally, right?
No.
No.
You have to be working with somebody who like look, if you're told you can't speak to this person, there has to be a serious time crunch. Maybe it's like a super crazy emotional scene where it's like, yo, just leave them alone for a while.
Wow.
Or they're an asshole.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I worked for like 2 days with some really big people for like something they definitely didn't want to be doing. It was like this thing for the Huntsman Winners War.
Okay.
Where like all they did all day was the same interviews all day. And it was Chris Hemsworth, Jessica Chastain, Emily Blunt, and Charlize Theron. And dude, they were all very nice and like really approachable. That's like a lot of the people. If you go on set and somebody says like, "Hey, never talk to X," probably
Probably an
really
asshole. Okay,
shitty
so
person.
that actually okay, so that enlightens me a little bit because I thought it was like a rule that like once you reached like this top 1% of like famousness that all of a sudden you weren't allowed to be spoken to. I thought that was like just across the board, I guess. I thought that was a rule, but
I mean, you will definitely get like some producers and ADs and like just people in production who try to like mitigate and try to be like, because there are also a lot of dumb people who like will talk those people's ear off if you give them the chance.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
No, I feel you.
But I mean, if somebody straight up tells you not to talk to them, like don't make eye contact with them, like it's a bad person.
I remember, and I think I've told this story on air before, but I was in this really small movie one time as an extra. I was like a bartender, and Eric Roberts was like the main actor in it, Julia Roberts' brother, and he showed up like super late or whatever. He like kind of scrolled in like an hour late to the show or whatever, and so he comes in. We shoot like an hour worth of filming, and they're like, all right, lunch break or whatever. So I'm outside, and he comes up to me, and I'm just sitting by myself next to like a palm tree in this parking lot, and he comes up to me and says, "Hey, do you have a cigarette?" And I said, "No, I don't have a cigarette." And he said, "You have a lighter?" And I said, "No, I don't have a lighter either." And he said, "That's your first mistake." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, if you want to be famous in Hollywood, you carry out lighters and cigarettes." And I said, "But I don't smoke." And he's like, "Yeah, but I do." And he's like, "If you ever meet people like me, they can give you a cigarette, and then I'm forced to talk to you. See what I'm saying?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I could start carrying around a
Or you're forced to talk to me right now in this situation of
About
explaining
not having a
that.
cigarette.
yeah. Is this like your shtick that you do with all like the young kids? And so then I'm sitting there talking with him, and I guess he felt like obligated now to talk to me because he had broached it that way. I swear on my life, this is what he says next to me. So we're sitting there, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "Yeah, you should carry cigarettes." I said, "Yeah." He paused and he goes, Oh, these palm trees, huh? Just growing out of the ground, huh? And I was like, geez, you don't have to like, how's the weather with me, bro? Like, you're the
Appreciate it.
You're the main talent. You can keep it moving, but I don't have a
Yeah,
cigarette.
like, are you sure it's like a good thing to keep?
Maybe. No, I'm definitely not carrying cigarettes with you. This is
So Paul wants to know about the voice of Shaggy, I think.
Is the voice of Shaggy? He said, well,
Matthew Lillard?
somebody said it's old enough to remember Casey.
Your Aunt Marie is actually old enough to remember Casey Kasem. Marie, I'm also old enough to remember Casey Kasem and actually have listened to Casey Kasem.
I have
All
no-
of you are old enough. He was doing
Oh yeah,
it like
Saturday mornings. I used to
Yeah, it
listen
was
to that
like
on Saturday mornings.
20 years ago. He was doing it.
Every
Like all of us
Saturday
were
morning,
alive.
Like some local FM radio station in your town covered that.
Wait, you said he's thinking the voice of Shaggy is that person, but that's not the same person, right?
I'm gonna need clarification, Paul. The
Yeah,
voice
we-
of Shaggy. Are you talking about being a dick in Hollywood, or are you talking about
Like it wasn't me, Shaggy.
or are you talking
Oh.
about that Shaggy?
I have no.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about like?
Doesn't matter. We're off it anyway. All right. So now, all right. We got some questions for Jordan today. I thought I'd have a little fun with him. He is, like I said, and this is just for anybody. If you guys know the answers to these questions, throw them in the bottom of the chat. Lamb will try to give you some credit. My chat's so stupid. So let's go ahead and we're going to get into these. And these are factually based. So all of these are real questions, factually based. If you don't know the answer, you get a fart noise. After 3 fart noises, you have to leave. So everybody knows that.
So really good. I don't even know. Is there a category of these?
None of these are just hockey, movie, and Nick's random grab bag of questions. So we're going to have some fun here with some random grab bag.
All right.
Apparently, Casey Kasem was the original voice of Shaggy
And
on
apparently-
Scooby Doo.
I did
Paul
not
Paul
know
throwing that out there.
And
I did
apparently,
not know that. It's really impressive because that voice doesn't sound anything like Casey Kasem.
Kurt thinks we're talking about Case Keenum.
Yeah.
So slightly different. Slightly less talent there, Kurt. I'm with you, though. I thought that's what we were talking about,
Kurt,
too.
you might want to get checks.
Yeah, Case Keenum. I'm with you on Case Keenum, Kurt. It didn't sound like the guy. All right, so let's start it off here. So here's a little hockey trivia to start off with you, all right?
All right, let's do it.
If all the refs are injured in a game, what happens?
I do not know. I'm gonna wait. So first of all, I know that every game there's like one in the wings, maybe.
Okay.
Like one backup guy.
Didn't know that.
But no, I'm pretty sure the game gets canceled for the night.
You would
Like,
be wrong, and I'm gonna give you an immediate fart. So apparently, there's some rule deep in the rule book that if multiple refs are injured, multiple players from each team can agree to officiate the game.
Oh my god.
How epic would that be, dude? There'd be
mean,
like
I'd be
11
down to
people in
see
each
it.
penalty box, dude. People would just be.
Everything's a penalty or nothing's a
What's
penalty.
the
I couldn't
one-
tell you.
What's the scenario that these refs can't ref? Like they all
Injured.
get hurt in
Yeah.
the game?
Let me give you a scenario.
have to
You know
have
what I mean, like
That's the
It just
rule.
seems like it's gonna be like all the refs died. Game's got
Very common scenario. Here's what happens: all the refs having a little meeting before maybe period 2.
One
Zamboni
huge
comes out,
tabletop.
gets locked in gear 5, runs them over. Boom. No more refs. All of a sudden, boom. Who's gonna call the game? Sidney Crosby, Alex Ovechkin. Boom. Everybody's in the penalty box. That's how.
Ooh, I like the
One-on-one.
idea too of like one team being like, yeah, we're gonna put our worst player at ref. And the other team's like, no, like yeah, you have to put Crosby and we'll put Ovechkin. I like that idea. Like the two.
But do
best
they ref?
players.
Are they allowed to ref on ice?
Oh, you mean like player ref?
Yeah,
Like
I don't
keep
know. Play it
playing.
like.
Ooh. Oh, like call your own.
Yeah,
fouls?
like you're just like during
Yeah,
you have the
yeah,
puck
I
in your
like
hand and you just point at a guy like
Trick.
"Boop,
That's what
penalty.
I'm saying. 2 people on each team get a whistle.
Yeah, is it whoever has the whistle?
100%. Dude, you gotta skate over your bike. Give me the whistle. Yeah.
That I honestly believe that even though that's a rule,
It would
I'm
never
gonna
happen.
Say that there's even if it like happened where all the refs got hurt, there's no way that they're playing the rest. Like there's absolutely.
Oh,
no
wow! In
way.
the wilderness, all of a sudden, it looks like you stumbled into something there.
Gotta watch out.
There's a bear pooping on your head there, so be careful about that. Sorry about that. And once you're out in the Arctic,
Don't
dude,
worry,
it's just
don't worry.
yeah,
It left.
It's just live and let live out there in the wilderness. Sorry about that, Jordan. Anyway, yeah, so that's the rule apparently, dude. Yeah, I mean, I love the idea of me calling them fouls. If I have somebody on my team that's like missing an eye or vision's really bad, you're the ref for our team. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's awesome. Like Brian Berard. Okay, I'm sorry. That's an awful joke.
Yeah, see, well, it's a hockey joke, so nobody gets
That's
it
a
anyway.
hockey
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
who,
exactly.
like,
You-
lost an eye playing.
Oh.
Not
So
funny.
Oh, well,
three people in Canada are laughing at your
How
joke
long
right
ago?
now.
Yeah, maybe.
How long ago?
That's got to be 20 some years ago.
He's
he
fine.
was like a really good player, and then he like played after that, but barely.
I'm sure he could see the humor in it now.
Oh boy.
All right, we're off
Went
it.
in bat and eye.
I'm saying if he was calling the game, he'd keep an eye on it. That's all I know. All right, we're off it. Let's move on. Okay, if a puck hits a referee and bounces in the net, what happens?
Ooh, I think that's a goal.
That's waved off. You're 0 for 2 and you're out now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, apparently it's waved off. If it hits a
I'm
ref.
kind of surprised.
I agree.
I'm surprised by that.
And that was in 2017, so maybe it's changed. I don't know. Maybe that rule has changed. I don't actually
Wonder
know.
if that's ever happened. I don't
Also,
think
this
so.
is not a question, but did you know that refs officiating 1,000 games, on their 1,000th game, they get to decide which game they're going to ref that week?
I didn't know that.
That's kind of weird, right?
Just their 1,000th game, though. Right?
Just their 1,000th game. All right, we're bouncing
It's
around.
like a birthday.
That's right. All factually based. What position was voted to be the easiest to play, requiring very little skill or brain power?
Probably goalie.
Go.
Yep. Finally.
I actually just wrote that question and made it up.
I figured.
Your smile lit up so
Hey.
fast. I was like, damn it, he knows
No,
he's got to be goal.
no. Like historically, though, like until 20 some years ago, when people actually started being like, "Wait, let's do this right," it was like, "You're the least athletic, fattest person we have. Get in there.
Get in there.
Not like in the NHL as much because the cream rises, but like any other level, it's like, yeah, you can't really skate.
Yeah,
so
it's like, yeah, if you're not great
don't
on
fall
skates, it's
down.
probably the best spot for you.
That's
No, I
really
mean,
funny.
It's hard to argue that. It's hard to argue that. Like a good goalie is great, but if you have like a good team and like just an awful goalie, like you might be all right. Maybe.
What is FPSP? Somebody give me something. Hey, that's Rocky. I think I know this guy. Rocky. Marijuana is sinful. That's got to be a bot.
I'm out.
Well, we'll see.
He's out. All right. What else we got here? Hold on one second. All right, next question. Let's keep it fact based here. In Georgia, it's illegal to eat what with a fork?
Wait, like a lot of things I'm gonna guess. Wait, with a fork.
It's illegal in Georgia to eat this one food with a fork.
Okay, I'm trying to
Everybody
think of, like,
knows this, dude.
a Georgia food that
It's not
is
peaches.
So I was thinking peach cobbler for a minute. I was trying to think of a Georgia food that's like so traditional they'd be like offended about it.
That's true.
All right, I'm gonna say pizza.
Well, that's actually not a bad guess. It's fried chicken.
Okay, all right, it makes sense.
But it is kind of a stereotypical Georgia
Pizza
food. Maybe
is
I don't know.
No, fried chicken makes more sense for the South, but pizza's just like a food that like I get offended.
Apparently,
Gotcha.
soup.
Gotcha. Soup is
Chat coming up hard with the soup.
that is hard, impossible to eat with a fork. All right, well played. You know
Maybe
what?
it's a thick chowder.
Yeah, somebody gets a drum for that.
That's ragu. Is that your dad?
That's my dad. You know, the apple doesn't fall from this tree. That we do know. All right, next one. Just staying right in line with what we're doing here. If Jason buys 12 bananas for $8, how much would 9 bananas cost?
Wait, 12 bananas for $8?
Yep. How much would 9 bananas cost? Chat.
$12.50.
How much would
What?
If 12 bananas for $8, how much would 9 bananas cost? So less bananas.
9 bananas is more than 12
12
bananas?
bananas for
12
$8.
bananas for $8.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And 9. And then how much would 9 bananas cost?
So it's 2/3 of $8.
$6 is the answer. We're just gonna give you a fart noise. He did tell us before the show that math is
I
not his
told
strong
you.
suit,
Yep.
so we thought we would,
not strong in the chat either.
Yeah, we really.
Not one. Not one answer. No one guess. No nothing.
I'm a big show your work guy. You know?
You're a big, yeah.
I'm more of a long division kind of guy.
Take it home. Let your parents do it, kind of guy. Got it.
Ask Siri kind of guy.
Mom, can you do my math homework? Gotcha. What movie did Steven Spielberg win his first director Oscar for?
Was that Close Encounters?
The answer would be no again. Schindler's List.
Oh.
Well, I know. Didn't even know he did.
A little
Schindler's
late in the game.
I didn't even know Schindler's List was directed by him. So there you go.
I did.
I'm a moron, so you don't have to listen to me. Here we go. NHL players, they are allowed to enforce alcohol of any kind. Is that true?
Enforce alcohol.
I'm sorry.
Endorse.
Endorse. That's right. Endorse. Yeah, sorry. I wrote enforce in my
Endorse
autocorrect on my
alcohol of
phone.
any kind. I'm gonna say no.
Answer is only beer they can endorse. They can't do hard liquor.
I was
No
gonna
wine
get
either,
you-
because wine is not for hockey players.
I was gonna get you on a technicality either way.
Really?
I was gonna be like, what about absinthe?
Yeah. Ooh, that's true. Yeah. Apparently, not only beer, which obviously is strange to me. But now that I think about it, do we see athletes advertise hard liquor?
I'm thinking.
Anybody chat hard liquor?
I was trying to think.
You know,
Jason
it's funny.
Momoa. fan.
It's funny. I think like you see like.
I'm just here to give you an audience. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But I still don't know what FPF is.
Apparently, B Skizzy, Jason Momoa. A lot of your fans want to know if you get a bonus for keeping all the buttons buttoned on your shirt.
Oh yeah, I
This
get
is
a huge.
this is somehow we thought we were interviewing and somehow turned into a roast. I'm not sure what happened. but-
Oddly though, one of them is unbuttoned. I know it looks like it's buttoned on camera, but it's
over.
actually
Oh, yeah.
one
Oh, yeah.
is
Yeah,
unbuttoned.
yeah. So he's keeping it kind of risque in
Yeah.
here, so don't worry about that.
Kind of hot in here. What's that ice thing?
The fans over there. We have like 68 fans on in this room. So if you guys hear a slight tornado breeze, that's us.
Tough luck.
Yeah. Okay. In the Matrix, does Neo take the blue or the red pill?
He takes the. Oh god, I don't remember the red pill.
It takes the red pill. Let's go. You're back in it, dude.
That sounded right, but I was like,
We were about to drag you out by the neck, but you just
Yeah, you-
stood in there. So here we go.
oh yeah, am I at one more than I have to leave?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Don't
highest,
get another one wrong.
highest grossing film all time.
Worldwide.
Yes, I guess I googled it. So I'll give you a few guesses because I don't actually know the parameters for this
I
question.
knew this one.
Really? Okay. I figured actually of all people you might know this one because I've never seen this movie. That's a hint.
I can
I've
give
never
you the
seen-
top
I don't
three.
watch this genre of movies. Period. Really, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's like one of these superhero movies. Is it Endgame?
Hey,
No,
that's
I
unbelievable.
have. By the way, I have never seen any. Of them.
Neither have I. I've never seen any of them, but you have.
Ah, yeah, big fan.
Great
I,
movies.
like, every,
I mean, great movie.
Yeah.
Not gonna go with that, but fun to watch, absolutely.
Okay.
I saw one because I screwed up movie times, and I used to love on days off to go see double features, and it was Age of Ultron. I can't even tell you
Yeah.
one thing that happened in it.
What about
yeah,
you
that's
guys,
the
chat?
thing. It's
Some of
sometimes-
these movies are really big out there, like the superhero movies, and I feel
Door
like
prizes. Your dad wants door prizes.
yeah. I mean, actually, you know what's funny, Pops? To be honest with you, once we hit a certain amount of followers, this is real. This app enables us to have giveaways every chat, so we can literally set it up so that randomly it will select somebody in the chat that's a subscriber / follower and give them something. Like we decide what that thing is. But once we hit a certain amount, we will be getting. You, however, will not be.
We
Dad.
just need sponsors.
You will
like,
be getting a lovely card that says "I love you" from your son, and then
Like
"love
mi-
you" will be scratched off, and it'll say "like you" a whole lot, and then it'll say "love you" again. But so, hey, Rick said, "Good job, Jordan."
Yep.
So Rick said, "What's up to you?"
Big back.
Mater?
That's Rick Mader. That is Rick Mader. All right. So what else
else
we
you
got?
got?
What else we got? I got more questions for you. Okay, here we go. Last couple questions. Only 3 movies in history have won the Big 5 at the Oscars: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best Actor, and Best Actress. There's 3 of them. Can you name any of them? I'm not.
I'll throw The Godfather. No, it didn't win actress. Actress, you said.
The
too?
actress is in there too.
No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong.
To be honest with you,
Honestly, I
all
don't-
3 of these surprised me, and one of them I've never heard of.
All right, North by Northwest.
Nah.
I have no
Give me
idea.
another one.
Go.
One
seriously, I
Flew
don't
Over the
think I know.
Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay.
I don't even know who's the actress in that.
Ratchet, Nurse Ratchet.
Oh,
Yeah. No, that's a good
Oh,
one.
wow. Silence of the Lambs.
That's
I'd
love it.
never
It's
guessed
so
Silence.
good.
And the one, and somebody else, it happened
That's a
one
good
night.
one. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. It
It
happened one night.
night. What
that a
year
play?
is that?
So your dad
Sounds like a big tease. Yeah, I've never heard of anybody. It happened one night. Anybody out there that's from like the 1940s
Does that
that's
have a
seen?
year?
No, what?
Does that have a year?
Oh, not on my shitty notes. It doesn't. No,
okay.
sorry.
No, I mean,
Ah.
it sounds like it's probably mad old.
It does sound like it's bad. All right, can we Google it real quick? And we have a computer in front of us.
We got the Google.
Let's go. I'm curious. It's called "It Happened One Night." Never heard of it. Apparently, it won everything. 1934. Well, that's not fair. There was like 8 films total by this year.
I was guessing like
The competition
50s.
was not the
Yeah.
not the
Yeah,
highest.
exactly.
Dad, did you like this film when it came out?
How many times did you see it in the theater when it came out?
Pap, how many times did you take him to the theater for this one? All right, we're back. All right, and the last question, based on tons of surveys, best hockey fans based worldwide.
Best hockey fan base?
Yeah.
Chicago Blackhawks.
Weird. The Capitals got it this one.
Yeah, you would have thought you would have got that one. That's weird.
That's so weird.
I tell you what, it was weird because it's like I'm a
It's a
Capitals fan.
household survey.
Everybody-
Everyone in this house.
Everyone who lives here was surveyed.
Took a really solid vote. I'm gonna be honest, it was a close vote.
It was 100%.
We only won by 3 votes. Okay.
Recount.
3 votes won. There's only 2 people now. It's
That's
weird.
right. That's right. All right. We're off it. What else are we gonna do today? Let's get into some sports ball, man. What do you think?
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
time? Is it time for sports?
It's always time for sports.
Yeah. We got this new segment going for you guys. Goalie drops back, catcher punch near the rim, slam dunk. Touchdown.
Sports ball.
See, we know our stuff, Jordan. You don't know that, dude.
Center to the right.
You got the halfback in the backfield.
Dude, that is like all that makes me think
We,
about. Like,
we probably would have clipped that if it wouldn't got booted. We probably should though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still, it'll get us booted.
Quarterback's not even there. They're standing around, buds. All right. So good. All right. So for sports ball, we're actually going to go back to just regular jib-jabbing with you guys. A couple good sports stories going on this week. Number one, Lamb just wanted you to tell me a little about this Bobby guy.
Bobby Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla. Shout out Bobby Bonilla. I don't know who he is.
This is the American dream.
This is the American dream. All right, before we get going here, does anybody in the chat know this Bobby Bonilla story? Shout out Bobby Bonilla. What is the guy with the blue shirt?
When does he talk? Okay, whenever Nick lets me talk.
My granddad just throwing burns out here. When does the guy in the blue shirt talk?
The computer operator.
Somebody's got to run this show.
Hey, you know what? Lamb's kind of one of those guys. He waits a minute and then he zings. He waits a minute and then he zings. You know.
And there's also Jordan here, so I feel obligated to let him talk because Nick's not going to let him talk, so I have to do it.
I'm the crowd filler. You know. So somebody does know this guy. Okay, so Lamb, go ahead and tell us the story.
All right, so Bobby Bonilla, all-star.
We just ran out of time for that story, so go ahead. Next story.
So Bobby Bonilla, back in the day, Mets released him in 2000. He was still owed $5.9 million in salary for that season. They thought they were going to make some rather large investment opportunities arose, and they were going to make huge money. They instead decided to keep that $5.9 million and take it and invest it. Mm-hmm. And they invested that $5.9 million with a lovely gentleman named Bernie Madoff.
Had a really successful business.
Super successful business until it was. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then so they took his money, and then what they did was they somehow made a deal that Bobby Bonilla would take that $5.9 million and get it annually until it was paid off at 8% interest.
It's one of the worst deals, even if there was nothing else attached to it. That deal alone is so atrocious.
So Bobby Bonilla is now getting paid a little over $1 million a year until 2035.
That's actually insane.
So 35-year contract after he didn't play.
It's like the reverse of those businesses on TV that try to advertise to you, like, if you have a settlement, you get paid like an annuity from some legal thing, like, we'll give you $2 million now and take the $10 million over the next 20 years.
Yeah, that's super true. It's like if you win the lottery, they're like, hey, you can have $10 million up front, or we can pay you $500,000 for the rest of your life. It's like, I'll take $500,000 the rest of my life. Easy day.
Yeah.
Also, something you did say, and I think you just skipped it because you were being quick, but you said that the deal he made with Bernie Madoff was supposed to return him 10% every year. So he thought, if I give this deal to this player and we get 8%, I'm still 2% ahead on every single transaction.
Yeah, we're just going to make money hand over fist forever.
And then, and it's something that nobody saw coming, Bernie Madoff ended up closing up shop.
Yeah, weirdly, this magic investor guy that was guaranteeing 10% returns when everybody else is getting 2 to 3%. Wasn't as legit as might have first advertised.
We actually looked it up too, and Bernie was responsible for almost $65 billion, $65 billion he took, and apparently at least $17 billion of that was completely just evaporated. Like they said, none of that money ever came back. So that was kind of an interesting. Apparently, you only brought that up because today is the day he gets paid.
Yesterday.
Yesterday,
yeah.
So shout out
Bobby Bonilla Day.
Shout out Bonnie Bonilla, living the dream out here. Bonnie, you are our idol. Do you know if he was even a good ball player? 30.
He played for the Mets.
Yeah, he played for the Mets. He was decent. He was decent.
Hey, Twain Smith, for the follow, man. Appreciate it. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Appreciate the follow.
Played for the Marlins. Won a thing with them back in the day. Was an all-star for a brief stint. He was decent.
I just think the story's great because every now and again we see an anomaly in a contract with a player where everybody else learns a lesson from that contract, right? We see that in pretty much every sport. And I almost, even one of the most recent ones I can think of is Albert Pujols got that crazy 10-year, $1 zillion contract. And it's like, he's not even a bad player, but you can't expect him to play, even beyond 3 years, the way he's playing in those 3 years, because the decline has been, it's not even rapid. It's just enough where he's not worth that money anymore.
Just the idea, though, of paying someone after they retire.
It's insane. It's actually insane. It reminds me also of the Redskins paying, what's that knucklehead, Hainsworth, like $100 million.
Yeah.
True story. They said that this guy is such a knucklehead. I mean, I think he's still collecting money, but I remember they said a true story was a friend came into his desk and he was cleaning out his room and he was cleaning out his desk and he pulled out like a crumbled up piece of paper and they opened it and it was a check for like $3.3 million that he hadn't cashed yet and it was all crinkled up in his desk. It's like, yeah, this guy was. That's what he does with the check for $3.3 million. You can't expect
Also,
the guy to bring it on the field.
I got a
You're
bigger
that friend. You got to be like, hey man, if I had a crazy business opportunity to make you $3 million, would you give me 10%?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, and I'd be like, go to the bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, like, it's one of those ones, it's like, you're telling me Albert Hainsworth doesn't have direct deposit set up?
Yeah, that's.
They're just like literally like cutting him checks. Like, here you go, Albert. Like, does he show up on Fridays and there's like a lady in the office like just cutting checks?
This
Like,
was a while ago.
But
Yeah,
it's
I know.
still like,
I know. It is weird to have even like a multi-million-dollar check sitting here. It might have not even been in millions. It might have been like $750,000.
apparently this is not that uncommon. Rick DiPietro is getting $1.5 million until 2029.
I didn't bring it up because I was like, no one's gonna know him.
Yep.
Griffey
And
Jr.?
$3.5 million through 2024 from the Reds.
Why? Why would anybody? I mean, I know they're trying to make cap space, but just get rid of a guy. That's crazy.
But
to
there's
me.
no cap in baseball.
Yeah, I guess you're not. Trying to make cap space.
Just pay your money.
Just pay the man the money. All right. Also in sports ball, we wanted to talk a little bit, kind of the same issue going around, and I just Jordan's got a lot more insight than I do, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to pick his brain.
All right, Jordan, you got 15 seconds. Explain us what the NHL's doing.
No, don't do that. But real quick, 9 NBA players tested positive for COVID today, making the number 25 total NBA players. And you said NHL was around 26?
I heard 26 from a podcast I listened to like yesterday that was the current number of positives. And Austin Matthews is like the
guy.
only prominent huge player that like the name has been released. But
Okay, Nick, should the Redskins change their name? Actually, Pepe, you are maybe 40 seconds ahead of us. That is on our list. We are gonna discuss. And then Manny Ramirez is getting $2 million a year from the Red Sox until 2020. So this is a thing. People are just making mistakes left and right. Okay, so back to this discussion though. If you guys are at home and you actually want to see sports, hockey is trying to do it in a bubble, essentially, right? They're trying to do it in like just a few cities. Is that right?
yeah, it's like rumored that it's going to be Vancouver and Toronto. But
Any-
yeah, they're trying to set up like an Eastern and Western conference, like playoff, one in each hub city, whereas like the NBA is doing everything in Orlando.
How many games would be played if they do get it started?
The first round's going to be best of 5,
Okay.
and then 3 more rounds of best of 7. I don't know. I don't think there's a plan yet for like at what city like the 2 finalists would meet.
So they're going off the previous record of what players. What teams is like their current standings. Do they play any games to work their way in, or is it just immediately playoffs?
No, it's so basically like usually 16 teams make it.
Okay.
And now it's 24.
Okay.
And the first round, like I said, is best of 5, and that's a round that like doesn't normally happen, but it's happening because of like the weird circumstances and like those bubble teams like didn't get a shot to finish their season, so they just
Got you. Twain Smith has impressed you in the mountains, by the way. So if you want to let him know how, it's nice up there. Yeah, we were impressed.
Look, it's cold.
but podcasts have to be done.
Why do you think he's got a beard, folks?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so NBA is going to face the same issue. They're going to try and do the same thing. They're going to try and hold these kind of things. But you said off air to me that it almost doesn't seem. It seems like they're telling you it's going to happen, but you don't actually see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really skeptical about it from the beginning, just because like if there's like risk and all this stuff that could be involved and people being away from their families, like yeah, it's millions of dollars, but you're also talking to 90% of the people are millionaires. Like,
Yeah.
people that don't really need this money that much, and you know, like they're really set in their ways, and at this point I think they kind of want to take a vacation, especially if, you know, obviously if you've seen the numbers aren't really getting better in most of these places.
Right. Yeah. I like I said, I know that they keep pushing and they keep pretending like any second now we're about to get some sports, but it just doesn't feel like that to me.
I mean, I think it's because if you're the NHL or the NBA, the commissioner, and you're a business, you're trying to run the business. And I mean, until a bunch of players all opt out of doing it or say they don't want to, I think you have to try to do it. I get why they're doing it, but at the same time, I mean, if all the players just said like, this is dumb, we shouldn't do it, I think that they have to respect that and cancel it.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Okay, what else we got? Do I know Ryan? I don't know anybody named Ryan. Actually, I know a ton of people named Ryan. That's a weird question. What's up, Small Salamander? That is quite a name. I like it. Okay, next question I had, and this is exactly what Uncle said. We got the Redskins name. Okay, so for me, this story does hit home. I am a Redskin fan. I've been a Redskin fan my whole life. I know I'm pretty edgy. I even say the name Redskin, huh? Pretty wild, huh?
How dare you?
This thing is pretty controversial all of a sudden, Redskin. So my thing is, it has been a point of controversy for almost 10 years now where people have said this name should be changed. The origin of that is people say that if you look up the literal dictionary version of Redskin, it is something that is derogatory, saying it's an ugly name. Now, the counter is that in maybe 5 years ago, Dan Snyder went to a lot of these reservations and polled about 90% of the population left, and they got about an 89% of people, 90% of people, Native Americans, thought it was totally cool with the name. 10%, 11% had an issue with it. So with that, he said, look, I feel like I have their blessing. I'm going to stick with it. As of this week, 87 major investors for the Redskins have written letters to obviously FedEx for FedEx Field. That's the name of the field. Nike, Coca-Cola, and some of the other big ones, and said, look, we are pulling our funding as investors. We want you to pull your funding until they change the name. The government also owns RFK Stadium. I don't know if you guys know this or not in the chat. RFK Stadium is actually owned by the government. And they have told the Redskins that we will let you use it and buy it back from us, again, if you change the name. So it seems like they are kind of getting strong-armed from their investors. It doesn't seem like their advertisers have done it yet, but they're possible. And then also now the government's strong-arming them.
At this point, it just seems stubborn not to. And I just always think about the amount of new merchandise that they would sell. You come out with a new team name, everybody's buying a jersey.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting this new, all the new stuff. Because nobody wants to rock that, old, they're like, no, I want that new stuff.
Yeah. Little B, appreciate the follow, man. Welcome in here. Welcome in. Here's somebody just said that the CEO of FedEx is pushing for a name change. So the CEO of FedEx, and the FedEx is on the name of the field. That's not the person you want bashing your name. Okay, but personally, you guys, I want you guys to go on record. That way in 10 years, when you have kids and you can go back and you can be like, wow, I can't believe I said this. Do you think the name is offensive?
I'm not personally offended by it.
I can't believe you just said that. I'm just kidding.
I'm not personally offended by it, but at the same time, it is an entertainment thing and a sports thing. So, if people are offended by it, I don't know why you wouldn't change it. And I totally get what you're saying about asking people and 90% of them coming back. But I mean, at this point, like Kevin said about being stubborn, I almost think Dan Snyder's probably maybe I'm wrong about this, but maybe he's happy about this pressure. So it's not like he's just caving. It's so obvious that he has to do it at this point.
Right. Giants fans are getting called out in their lame. I didn't know if you noticed that. Sorry.
I saw.
Just not giving him any credit. That's fine. I respect it.
Yeah, they don't get it.
Pat, welcome to the podcast, man. I'm jumping in. Appreciate that. Yeah, for me, here's the thing. Okay, where's the line? So for me, it's I thought, and I mean this, I think it's maybe, and this is maybe just my ignorance, I think it's a cool name. And maybe, like I said, maybe it's just because I'm from that area. But it's not, okay, let's say if we were called the Brown Skins, I would understand how offensive that could be. But the red is not implying a skin color. It's a war paint and them kind of being in the sun all day. I don't think you're not born red. So to me, it's it's odd that somebody could take offense to that. If I was a sports team and we put green eyes all over our paint and we called ourselves the Green Eyes, it's 100 years later, it's man, that's derogatory. It's well, we chose that look. To me, that's how I feel. But am I really in the wrong there?
I'm just going to take a guess here. When's the last time you saw a lot of Native Americans hanging around you? Not very often.
That's true.
I'm just saying that as a derogatory term we don't recognize because we don't hear it.
We don't know.
We know the derogatory terms for Hispanic people, for black people, because you hear them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're out there.
We don't hear that because there's not a lot of Native American people around.
That's true. They don't vote. They're not as vocal because they don't have as much.
It's one of those things where I totally understand why you would want to change it, but it's also it doesn't feel like my place to tell anybody to change it.
Right. No, I totally understand. All
right. Hot takes. You got a choice. What are you changing it to?
So my number one was Senators. I know they used to have a team there named the Senators. I think the Senators is a cool name. I thought the Wizards, when they brought the basketball team, was so lame. They changed it from the Bullets to the Wizards, and it's like, man, I don't want to rock the Wizards.
What if
but
they're just the Washington Perpetual Apology? We're sorry.
It's a little. It doesn't
That's
roll
it.
off the tongue as much as well as you think it would. But
and here they are, your Washington Perpetual Apologies. Sorry for whooping your ass. That's what I was saying.
Yo, that's actually
That's
good.
pretty,
Yeah.
right? It's an apology for whipping ass all the time. But
I mean,
to the fans
yeah.
for the last 10 years, it'd be apology
I like
for
the-
losing all the time.
I like the Washington
I'm
Generals.
familiar with
Washington Generals would be cool, but the only reason I don't like the Generals is because that's who.
That's who the Globetrotters play.
Yeah, I don't want to be the Generals. I strike that from
Yeah,
the record.
that's a tough look now.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
Generals is derogatory now.
Yeah.
It just means you're a loser.
I just well, then it fits. So
All right, I think we're going with the perpetual apologies.
we're hearing Warriors.
Yeah, we just.
Yeah, hearing the Warriors, Washington Warriors out there.
Right.
Yeah, we just copyrighted that with perpetual apology. Sorry about that. What did you say? Oh, the Warriors. Yeah, I'd be cool with the Warriors. I'd be like I said, Senators, anything like that. I'd be totally cool with. I don't know. There's a lot of colors with the nation's
I
capital.
think they're gonna go with the Washington Republicans. Actually,
What is it? The Natives? Is that what they
Natives.
say? Natives.
Curious Georges.
Yeah, Bravehearts, Warriors, or Red Tails would be cool. Yeah, but Red Tails, same thing. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
does
know
that
if
get that's too touchy? And okay, and here's my other thing. That's the other thing. Braves. Okay, so like people were saying like they don't want the chop there, right? Okay, but does even the name Braves become?
Well, I mean, honestly, I think people have more issue with their logo.
Yeah, the
Agreed.
logos.
than
The
anything.
A tree, but okay, but let's just like and I'm not even saying the logo is great, but what about the actual name, the Braves? Is there an issue there too?
I don't see as much pushback on the name as the logo.
I just don't know the history of why people call the Braves enough.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of like Native Americans and Braves, I don't know that association. Whereas, like we said, we know Redskins was a derogatory term.
But I'm saying you came on the podcast today not knowing about the Braves, like original, like that's weird. Kind of feel like people would normally show up ready for the interview, but
well,
it's whatever. Good job. So, what is that? Oh yeah, okay, let's go ahead.
yeah. Since we're talking about team names and stuff like that,
Oh yeah, we also
let's
got a
do
game for
this.
Jordan here. You guys can play along at home if you want to. We like to play a little game called Real or Fake, just to kind of chop up the news stories a little bit. Jordan is a like I said, a hockey fan, so we went and dug up. What did we dig up?
all right. So some of these are real, and some of these are fake minor league hockey teams.
Okay, sick.
So you have to tell me if they're real or if they're fake. Nick, you can play along. Chat, you can play along. The chat, you better be fast because we're not gonna linger.
Is somebody taking a shot at you?
I couldn't tell.
Hey yo, shout out. South Korea is fake. What's your opinion on more teams using CrossFit to build muscle mass? He does do CrossFit, and I don't know if that's a stab.
I don't know if it's a bot. I don't know if it's a stab.
If it's a bot, either way, you're goated.
Bro.
You're the man.
Yeah.
Go
Great,
ahead.
best comment so far.
South Korea just follow. You are in, dude. You're part of the podcast. You're gonna be on next week.
All right.
What about the state name of Oklahoma? I don't know.
Isn't it okay? We're okay. That's from the
All right.
musical
So
Oklahoma.
what do you got? we're beyond that.
All right. So first one, the Rockford Ice Hogs.
is real.
Damn, he knew that one.
Wow, I didn't even think.
He finished it before I did.
I kind of pay attention to some prospects and stuff.
We knew it.
Yeah. Okay. So this
So,
whole
yeah.
thing started for you guys. I think I said this on the last podcast, but if you didn't, I said what I wanted to have Jordan on was. I remember I was watching a hockey game with him one time, and you're like, okay, if you're a sports fan, you know what I'm about to say and what level it takes it to. So I'm watching a game with Jordan one time, and he goes, "That player's good," and I'm like, "Yeah, how do you know?" He's like, "I've been watching him in the Russian leagues," and I was like, I didn't even know you could watch the Russian games. I wouldn't know where to tune them on. So I was just blown away that his knowledge was that deep. So that's why we decided to go here. What was the first one?
The Rockford Ice Hogs.
That is an awesome name.
That's an AHL team.
Really? Uh-huh. Okay, so shout
All
out.
right. The Toledo Twisters.
Ooh, damn. Like, see, I think Toledo has some kind of team that I've heard before, and the Twisters doesn't sound right, so I'm gonna say fake.
That is fake.
Let's go!
Not never.
No, you never.
Not
he
once,
did-
not never.
Not once, not
All
never, dude. He
right.
never got it wrong. Red people. Yeah, red people's not going to work either.
Well, I think that's the Oklahoma's.
Oh, okay. I was good. Thought that was your name for the
Yeah,
Redskin
state
team.
name.
New team.
Yeah.
Red people.
The Greenville Swamp Rabbits.
Please, God, be a real name, dude. I'm getting a jersey. If
I
that's-
gotta say fake because I'm amazed I've never heard this before. If it's real,
It is real.
Oh, wow,
I am
you get it.
amazed
Wow,
about that one.
you just
Damn it.
embarrassed yourself on live TV. And then you farted. Unbelievable.
I can't stop.
What's really funny is you said Toledo, and one of my actual all-time favorite sports teams is a minor league baseball team named the Toledo Mud Hens.
Yeah.
And
That's why Toledo popped into my head.
yeah, and I've never forgot it because I'm like, you would have to be from that area to take any pride in a mud hen because
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. So I love it. All right, go ahead.
All right.
I'll stop talking.
The Olympia Octopuses.
Fake. Just I've never heard of it.
Fake.
Fake news. Fake news. Or we'll give you, I guess, a small. Here we go. Where's this one? There we go.
Yeah. Bring it up. All right. The Orlando Solar Bears.
are
Are
real.
you kidding me, dude? Get out. I'll actually throw you out for getting too many of these right. I'll throw you right out of here.
See, look. I've
It's
heard
not-
of these teams before, so I'm really mad about that one being real. I've never heard of
What's
that
it called?
The Greenville Swamp Rabbits.
I can't believe I've never
Somebody
heard of that
shout.
damn team.
Somebody post in the chat the link for the Greenville Swamp
Rabbits.
Jinx you all again.
All right. The Columbus Cornhuskers.
Fake.
That is fake.
Wow, that's a good one. Cornhusker sounds like a real thing, and I know it's
Yeah.
a real hot football team. So, all right, so we'll give you another. There we go. Just small horn for the celebration.
All right. The Wheeling Nailers.
Nailers
What?
are
Get
real.
All right, big horn for this one. Big horn. There it is.
Biggest horn.
There it
I
is.
believe that.
You're like, oh, here it is. Now my moment.
All right.
All right.
The-
What is it?
The Wheeling Nailers.
What is-
Because
what-
they used to make nails
The
in the city.
Penguins, like ECHL affiliated team, so two levels down.
What's the area? Wheeler?
Wheeling is in West Virginia.
Wheeling. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I thought
yeah.
it was a whole part of the name. Okay, sorry.
Nah.
Catch me up.
The
I'm good.
Richmond Reindeer.
Fake.
That is fake.
Hey, oh, I'll give you a nice quiet one. nice.
Man,
nice.
keep it under control, buddy. There's people watching.
I jammed it all the way up for the fart, pulled it all the way down for the celebration. I got your back, dude.
All right. The St. George, cool, FM 103.5
Real.
That is real.
What? That's a hockey team name?
If
Yeah.
you just made that one up, I'd be pissed off. So.
Oh my God, Paul got his for us. Pull it up. Please pull it up, dude. We're about to buy these shirts right
Swamp
now,
Rabbits?
dude. Swamp Rabbits coming at you. You got one more for him?
Yes, I do.
Nice. Oh.
Kudos to the sound effects guy.
Hell yeah.
Pull that up on screen. People are going to want to see these Swamp
That's
Rabbit
great.
jerseys.
All right, hold on.
If you're watching from home, tell me you don't want one of these jerseys right meow.
There it is. Boom.
Look at
at them
that.
Swamp
Dude,
Rabbits.
That's sick.
That
That's
is
pretty
sick.
sweet. I like it.
Ooh. Oh.
Strong color choices, but I like it.
Yeah, I do. I like it too. All right, last one. Give it
Not
to
a
him.
lot of household
Oh,
names.
it's a used jersey. I was like $60 for a jersey.
That is. Honestly, these prices are outrageous anyway, just being honest. Here's a Swamp Devils. Y'all should be giving this crap out.
They still cost money to.
I'm saying if you want your team name out there. I'm saying we've never heard of you, so you need to be giving out more shirts.
All right, last one.
Kudos to the sound effect guy. See?
Yeah. The New Orleans Baby Cakes.
Oh, fake.
Yes and no. It
Can't
is.
believe you didn't get that.
It is a fake. It is a fake hockey team, but it's a real baseball team.
Wow. So we'll give you part right here with a big horn. And then a huge fart. There you go. There you go, buddy. All right.
My favorite baseball minor league team name is the Montgomery Biscuits.
I saw that
I
one.
have their hat because it's sick. It's
yeah.
a little biscuit with a butter tone.
They had that.
Joe
Yeah,
says
there
those
was a
aren't
bunch of-
swamp colors, and I actually kind of agree with him. They're not
They
really.
should be more like
Now,
green.
but it
Yeah,
depends
you're
who's their affiliate. Like who they affiliated with. So maybe that has something to do with the Hurricanes, I'm assuming. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, Hurricanes aren't these color either.
I don't
No, they're red and black and white.
Yeah.
Weird.
Boo. All right. I still like them anyway.
All right, Jordan.
Hey,
You
Twain
do
Smith,
way
welcome
too
back.
many of this.
That was great,
No,
dude.
I was pretty confident
that was-
that you said that was.
That was actually really funny. All right, we're gonna get into something else. We got a new little segment we're gonna do today. Actually, not just today, but we've introduced this new segment, and I just gotta find the button for it because I don't even know which one it is anymore. Do we even have it written down?
Which one?
Side A, is it top right?
Yeah.
Little bit of side A.
A little bit of side B.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little bit of side A and a little bit of side B. And if you guys have not seen this little section of our show. What we're going to do is we're going to pick two nonsensical things and hash it out. Now, does Jordan should be in on this?
So, Jordan, you have the option.
Option.
Would you like to be side A or side B?
Or
the judge of side A, side B?
Oh, I want to be the judge. I mean, that sounds great.
Alrighty. Jordan is
do
judging.
Do we have a few things, or is there one?
There'll be three. So
Okay, I
we'll go
got
through
you.
three. So first two.
this guy
pretty
just said,
light.
"Are you the big
Yeah.
Lambowski?" He does. I don't know how he knows you, but he does. Write me out. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna do side
So
A.
do you
side
want to
B.
be pro or con, Nick?
I'm gonna be pro.
All right, then I'm against.
You're against. I don't even know what we're pro and what we're against. So this is what we do, guys. Lamb picks one weird subject, and I pick one weird subject, and we're gonna hash it out real quick. Okay, so I'm pro and you're against it, right? You want to start with mine?
Sure.
Black Lives Matter. Just kidding.
Pass.
I told Jordan before, I was like, I just want to see him go against. I'm gonna pick pro, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, off air, I said I was going to make you decide if you wanted to argue blue lives or all lives matter. Yeah, that was
Blue or all? Is it? Can I be rainbow?
No, I would love to see you
Blue's a
take it.
color in the rainbow.
Just immediately cancel our podcast. Take you if you go against Black Lives Matter. Okay, so sorry, that was just funny. Okay, so mine.
Yeah, Paul told us. Reminder. You're pro all of them.
Yes.
You don't get to switch halfway like you did last time.
All right, but pro for both of them. You want to start or want me to start?
You start.
All right, so pro. I'm pro. Apparently, I forgot what mine actually was because I wanted to do this Black Lives one so bad. Apparently, I'm pro peeing in the shower.
All right.
All right.
So I'm against it.
So
You're
this
against
is
it.
a debate that like some people at home might be like, what's the debate here? This has gotten into a heated debate at the place I've worked before, and I can't believe that there's people on the other side of the fence. I'm a judge, so I will remain impartial. But
based only on our arguments, not your personal
I'm
opinions.
curious right now if anybody in the chat has ever actually had this argument with somebody, to be honest with you. Because I definitely have had this argument. I know for a fact.
I definitely have.
We got a new follower there.
Whoop, whoop.
You sound that out, Lamb. You got it.
Fried.
We'll wait. Just use all the letters.
Frieder inch K.
Perfect. Nailed it. Let's go do that. I don't know. Okay, so the first one is peeing in the shower. All right, so my first one.
So you're
Opening statement here. This is what we're going to do. Opening statement. My first 5 seconds is there's a drain there. It's for water to go down. Pee is water. That's what happens. It's not a foul. You're up. What do you got?
It's gross.
That's your opening statement? Just it's
Yep.
gross? All right, fair enough. I'll give you that. Okay, so here's my argument for you. Now we go into arguments. I think I won the opening argument there, so we'll give me that for first point, but no biggie. There's soap involved in a shower. There's hot water involved in a shower. All of these things are probably killing the pee. If you go to pee in the toilet, it's already going to flush down anyway. It's going to be the exact same place your shower water is going to go to. And if you have any kind of skill set whatsoever, you could probably just pee directly into the actual funnel and go down. So now it doesn't even splash around in your tub. Boom, no harm, no foul, no problem. But Nick gets the dub. Oh, wait, I got to wait for you.
All right, so they make a toilet for a reason. You're supposed to pee in it for a reason. It's like Ghostbusters. You're not supposed to cross streams.
Yep.
You are 100% just peeing on yourself. You're spreading bacteria. You're spreading potential viruses and all sorts of stuff all over that. I'm sure there's going to be remnants for the next people that go into that shower. You're just, nah.
Just no all around.
No way.
All right. I faded out there for a little bit. I stopped listening, but I did hear you say something about yada yada. Nick's got a really good point. So here's what I'm going to end on. I'm going to say my final closing argument: hot water mixed with soap kills pee. No issues, no problems. Why waste 2 flushes of water when you can just do it with 1? Woo!
My argument is Nick is not a scientist. Don't listen to a word he's saying.
Can I hear it for all my peers in the shower? Let's go, right? Huh? Give it up for us. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally anti-pee in the shower, but, I figured whatever.
All right, Jordan, who won that argument?
I got to give it to Lamb.
Damn it, dude.
With the word bacteria. Like, do we clean our showers? Yes. So why would you assume that like all the pee would go away?
Pee is sterile, said the guy in dodgeball.
He's right. Rip Torn.
I drink my pee. I like how it tastes, and it's sterile.
Yeah. Frederick, I can't read your comment. It's disgusting. All right. So, Next question is yours, Lamb. Next topic. I'm pro whatever this is. You're anti whatever this is. Side A, side B.
Gatorade is the best sports drink.
All right, I'll take that. I'll take a pro on that. All right, opening statement. Gatorade's better. There it is, dude.
All right. To quote the water boy, water is better.
I don't know. That seems like you just took my argument and used it against me.
Yeah, that's kind of how debates work.
I don't like that. That's kind of foul there. Little taboo. All right. So first off, for the opening argument for Gatorade, you get electrolytes. You get those sugars, the salts that your body is missing. It's ice cold. It's delicious. It's basically tastes like Kool-Aid. So you're going to drink more of it. And if you want to be like the cool person on the football team, you got to be drinking the Gatorade. You don't want to be the guy drinking the water.
All right, so Gatorade is Kool-Aid.
It's hard to argue that.
I know. So basically, let's break it down. So Gatorade, is Kool-Aid. It is full of sugar. It's full of quote-unquote electrolytes.
Waiting for the bad part.
It is needless calories. It is not providing anything other than spending wildly huge amounts of money on sugar water. And not actually replenishing anything in your body.
Our chat said Rolling Rock's better, so I kind of shout out that.
That's a Pennsylvania joke if I've ever heard one.
Body Armor. I like Body Armor. I got some Body Armor in the fridge as well. So there you go. Pee in the shower all day. Let's go for my pee in the shower crew. I appreciate that. Shout out that.
Sick man
All right. That's my. I'm going to end this debate for the Gatorade on saying that if I blindfolded you. And I gave you a sip of maybe some ice cold water, and I didn't even tell you what brand of water it was. And then I gave you a Gatorade. Didn't even tell you what Gatorade it was. I feel like I know which one you'd like better. Wow! There it is, dude. Gatorade.
Wasting your money. Throwing money down the drain to drink basically non-carbonated soda.
Gatorade's not logo.
If you carbonated Gatorade, like lemon lime Gatorade, it would be Mountain Dew.
Fair enough. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. I respect that.
Jordan?
Jordan, what do you got on that?
I got to go with Nick on that one.
What? Nice. Let's go. Just any particular reason, or just more the t-shirt I'm wearing?
Look, just the real life arguments. I am not a Gatorade person. I used to drink it back in the day, and I used to always get cramps, and it's because of the dyes, apparently. The dyes in Gatorade can, give a lot of people, worse cramps. That's why they came out with Gatorade Rain.
Didn't know that.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like Gatorade Rain. Just watered down, but twice the price. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, less Gatorade, twice the price. That's their slogan.
But also, that was, if you played sports and stuff, you knew, you mixed Gatorade and water.
Yeah, see, Mountain Dew has no electrolytes, dude. It's not the same thing.
Well, there you go.
Gatorade had Michael Jordan on the bottle. That's right. Michael Jordan wouldn't be on a bottle of something unless it was the best. That's definitely true.
Yeah, I'm sure he never endorsed anything he didn't wholeheartedly believe in. He had a strict moral code.
I mean, if an athlete endorses it.
All right, so the final argument we always reserve for a semi-serious debate that's actually a story. We just kind of like to warm up a little
And you're
bit.
pro this, and I'm con this.
I'm pro this. Thank you, Paul, for reminding. I am pro this. I am pro this. Okay, so the story is, if you guys haven't heard, do you know what state this was in?
I want to say it was near Detroit.
Okay. Yo, you know what? I think you're right, actually. A Amazon driver. I do. I think.
I know. I'm just you're shocked that I knew the answer to the question you asked.
No, yes. I normally am. I wait for the incorrect answer, and
Be like, and then just fart button.
Just
He's
be like,
just
I can't believe you're an idiot, and then just move on. Yeah. No, Amazon driver from Detroit was working an incredible amount of hours and was getting incredibly frustrated. I guess he was working, they said, average of 13 hours a day plus. He was getting up he said he was getting up and he was getting to work around 9. He was getting home every night around 10, 11. He said he would just wake up and do the same thing every single day. It was completely destroying him. So he got fed up and in quite literally the middle of his route, stopped the truck on the side of the road or in a gas station or something, got out, left the keys in the ignition, tweeted out a picture of the truck and said, here it is on so-and-so Boulevard with the keys in it at Amazon. You come pick this thing up. I'm done. And then he went on a tirade about how crappy they treat him. So that's what he went on. So the argument is, in their application, it says employees will work 5 days of 10 hours or more that requires the job to be finished. So that's kind of the argument. Is he out of line? Is he out of line? And so I'm pro him, and you're anti him, or am I pro
Pro what he did.
Pro what he did. Okay, I'm pro what he did. Okay, and you're anti what he did. I'm going to open my argument by saying that a lot of companies I have worked for in my life have told me in paper what my job is going to look like. And then my job actually looks like 15 times more work than that with longer hours, with no extra benefits. So on this guy's thing, I do understand if somebody promised you 10 hours a day and you're working 14. So I'm on this guy's side right off the jump.
I'm con him leaving mid-shift.
Fair enough.
That's the problem. You can't, there's people's packages in there. There might be people's medicine getting delivered. There's things that are supposed to be delivered. You finish your shift, then set the car on fire. Do what you got to do. You quit after you finish that day.
That's your opening statement. So you think you really just have an issue with him quitting right then and there?
Yeah.
Okay. So my counter to that, and my main point in this whole discussion is him leaving this car on the side of the road is the only reason that we're discussing this article at all. So there's been a lot of discussions about how crappy Amazon treats their employees, about how overworked they are. I read an article that said they're required at least to deliver 150 to 200 packages a day. If you in your head think, man, how long would it be for me to drive to my neighbors? Okay, that's about 3-4 minutes. I drop off a package, and then I get back in the car and I got to drive to. It would take you at least 12 hours to complete something like that. If somebody told me, and again, it's not something where he has a choice, right? It's like one of those things where you do this job until you're done. And they tell you, hey, Lamb, we need you to come in today from 7 to 7. You're like, man, that's a long shift, but all right, I'll do it. You roll in from 7 to 7, and every time you roll in from 7 to 7, you end up leaving at 9:30. That, in my opinion, is the company lying to you over and over and over and over again. And I'm not saying I'm anti-work. I'm just saying if you promise an employee, if you tell an employee X, Y, and Z, and the employee says to you, I will do X, Y, and Z, then don't throw 11 more things in there and expect him to, just go with it. Especially if people don't know this, he's only making $15 an hour. So It's not like he's making some fortune. It's not like he has some great benefits with the job. It's a very average minimum wage type job.
Well, part of it is, for me, is then drive the truck back to the warehouse or whatever. You're leaving this on the street with the doors open and the keys in it. Like, are you not responsible for this freaking truck either way? He did say there's GPS in the thing and they're tracking it, all that and all that. But for sure you could finish your shift, or you could literally just drive it back and throw the keys at the dude. I feel like that'd be way more satisfying.
Yeah.
To roll up to the manager and be like, you do the run, throw him the keys, I'm out.
I 100% agree, but we wouldn't be talking about the story. And maybe his point to the story was to at least get it out. And not that he's the only one to vocally complain about Amazon recently. There's been a lot of people to do so. His just was really vocal. We have one comment said, finish the run. He is somebody that actually works with trucks, so I do understand that he probably did cause a headache for some people. And I know a lot of people even threatened to sue this guy, saying if my package was on there and I don't get it or it gets stolen, then it's this guy's fault. It's like putting $15 an hour and basically he's running a Brinks truck. It's like that's a lot of responsibility, $15 an hour. Anyway, final argument, I will say companies like Amazon is making $4 zillion a year. They can afford to pay their employees enough so that 13 hours seems like something that's really worth doing.
My final argument is be responsible for that particular job. You have signed up for that job. Don't go in the next day. Whatever. Finish that run. That's it.
Fair enough. All right, Jordan. So you have two choices here, me or Lamb. Just
oh, weird. I can't see anything. What happened?
I gotta go with Lamb.
Yeah! 2 out of 3, baby.
And I hate it because I am so down for anybody quitting their job because they don't feel like they're being paid enough, or that they're being overworked or
pro job
used.
quitting.
Totally, absolutely. Everybody should quit their job. If everybody quit their job, people would actually get paid what they're worth. The problem is people keep going for jobs that are
dude, that's a good line.
$15 an hour and overworked. I mean, but I can't disagree with Kevin that you are totally screwing over people you work with. You can just bring it back, especially not even just because of you should do that because it's your job, but it's Yeah, man. Imagine if like somebody fucked up that van or those packages and like they tried to charge you for that crap.
True.
You know, like, so I got to go with Kevin, even though, like, yeah, I'm pro anybody quitting.
Our comment section that Kevin has a point. Jeff Bezos' wife left him for a reason. Well, hey, I'm on that point, though. I think Jeff Bezos is a scumbag. So I think
I think there was like billions of reasons,
I
actually.
think we're all kind of agreeing with me.
A lot of billions of reasons for that
Yeah,
life.
I'm with Kevin where it's like, yeah, leaving the van middle of your shift out on the road is just if you just bring it back to the place and say like, I am so tired that I'm going to fall asleep. Here's your van.
I just feel like it'd be so more satisfying to like literally throw the keys at that manager and be like, you do it.
And like your other employees that are with you and aren't getting paid that much, like it's nice to like see that you be like, no, I'm not doing this. It makes them feel like they can do the same thing.
Yeah, I actually read in the article, it said that a bunch of people reached out to this guy and said, from Amazon, said how thankful they were that he said something. There was a lot of employees said that, you making a big stink about this inspired me to also quit there. So there's a lot of people that have quit because of it. So again, I know and understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying about leaving mid-shift. But if he doesn't leave mid-shift, he doesn't inspire a lot of people. So maybe, I don't know.
So this is my halfway for him.
Okay.
Finish the run, then leave the empty truck on the side of the road and get that like attention for leaving the truck and quitting and like all that stuff. But at least then you're not like screwing the people's stuff over.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, it does.
Like, like I don't think there's any difference. Like, yeah, like you could say mid-shift in the article, even though it's empty. Like, nobody's really like, oh no, so what was in the truck? Like,
Yeah, like it's like 90% no one cares.
Yeah.
Slumbering, welcome to the chat, man. Appreciate it, man. New follower. Appreciate it, man. Come welcome on in. So, like I said, it does sound like if you combine what you're saying and what the chat's saying, it's like we're all kind of on my side, kind of just like in a weird way. But
actually, it's everything but your side.
well, debatable. So, no, I think we all just agree with each other. That's what happened there. Really no winners in that today.
Big hug.
Yeah, no winners in that today. Next time, if I get 2 out of 3, we'll probably be a winner in that one, though. Just messing with you. All right. Next, what else we got here, man? Shoot, we got so many.
Depends how long we want to go. We got lots of stuff.
Yeah, we got random stuff all over the place. Man, what do we got here? All right, you know what? We're just going to go into some fun stuff here, man. We got some random subjects left and right here. There was I want to do that, lady. Oh, you know what? We have some cool stuff to announce. I don't know if you guys know this, but Ozark just announced they got a new season coming out. Beavis and Butthead's got a new, I guess they have a new show coming out. Did y'all watch Beavis and Butthead?
I did.
I never
Yeah,
did.
way back in
Never,
the day,
never seen it.
I didn't watch it that much, but I watched it with like my uncle.
Okay.
It's funny.
Okay. And then I guess, what do you guys say? Princess Diaries is getting a remake.
Princess Bride, but
Princess Bride.
I know you're a big Princess Diaries fan. No, I heard that they're making Princess Diaries, and then Kevin and I looked it up, and it's going to be like just pieces of it on Quibi or something, but I still wish they wouldn't.
Have you seen it, Liam?
I saw them talking about it, but
Stop asking that question. You sound dumb.
I'm sorry about that, guys. Apologize. All right. Next one here, and you're actually going to pull something up. Yeah,
I'm
also,
trying to get this thing.
Yeah. There was a 72-year-old lady in California. I read the story yesterday, and it's a really sad story, but not sad, but it's kind of terrible. But it also just reminds you not to be a knucklehead. This lady was gored multiple times by a Yellowstone bison, a bison weighing probably like a ton. Apparently, she got within 10 feet of it multiple times trying to take a picture.
Yeah.
Dude.
Multiple times. Like that first, like, okay, do you know how long it takes to take a selfie? 1.5 seconds. So she had to do it 3, 4, 5 times trying to get the right selfie of the bison. One picture with a deadly animal just wasn't quite enough.
Those things are, when we were driving through Wyoming, and you could see those by the road too, you're like, if I hit one of those with my car, like, I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right. They're huge.
That's her fault. She deserves that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm glad she doesn't die, but I'm simply saying I've been in a lot of places where I've seen bears and I've seen these animals. I'm saying I'm scared of a deer, man. Like, I don't want a wild animal in general. I mean, you just don't know how strong these things are.
It says they have rules about it, and you're told the rules, and it's 25 yards.
25 yards
for a bison.
Yeah.
75 feet. This lady's within 10.
In 10 feet. We went to when I moved from Maryland to California, I drove across the country and we stopped in the Grand Canyon. You guys been to the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
Okay. We stopped in the Grand Canyon.
Pretty grand.
No, really? That's
Nope.
It's beautiful. Actually,
Check it out.
Probably 5 times cooler than you think it's going to be.
So it was always surprisingly cool.
You think you're going to go there and you're like, I get it. And then you get in and you're like, oh, I guess I didn't get it because you don't get it. You're uncultured and you have no idea what you're doing here. No. So we went to the Grand Canyon, and there was some kind of, I don't know, antelope or massive creature. When we got back to our campsite, it was, I'm serious, maybe 7 feet tall. It was this massive creature. His head was inside of the tent. Again, no horns, no nothing. I'm still like 40 feet from this thing. You know what I mean? Like this thing charges me. And I'm just not that athletic. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know, start bobbing and weaving and jabbing. I don't know. So,
Punch in the nose.
yeah, it's punching the nose. That's right.
Most animals, you want to lay down on your back and just not make a noise. Don't do anything. Let
Most-
them approach
most animals
you. Let
just
them
wanna hug.
hold you. You know.
Yeah, most
All
of-
hail Kevin. Okay, now I'm starting to get suspect. We just had somebody follow named All Hail Kevin. That's suspect.
My mom is finally.
What is going on here?
Kevin's got
I
a
am getting,
second-
I'm
got like
getting
a
smacked
second
around in
phone
here.
over like, oh, hell, Kevin's the
I got. Sorry, guys. I gotta go to my iPad over here.
We have a new follower. Replace Nick with Jordan. What the hell? Yes. Damn bots. I'm telling you, these bots are all over the place. So yeah, I love Ozark too. I'm super pumped for this new season. All right, we got another story that I thought was interesting. I'd like to run by you guys. They have done a study on younger adults where they have taken a red light and stared it into their eyeballs for 3 minutes a day, and it actually has ceased from. It has helped them. Their eyes stop degenerating over time, so it actually kept their vision very strong. Tell me how counter that is to everything you've ever been taught in your entire life.
So if I stare at this laser,
For 3 minutes a day. They said the article said, mark their words, within 5 years, everybody will have, like, a brushing their teeth, will have these little red lights that they jam in their eyes before they go to bed.
make them into like a pair of glasses or something I could throw on.
Do you know what the light is?
No,
Like,
I
what it emits?
don't, but I do remember it said it was a deep red light. I assume it means it's a powerful red light. But again, it's like, okay, I remember like when you go to like a sports game and somebody shines those laser pointers. Everybody's always like, hey, don't hit that in my eyes. It'll blind you. So it's like, it's odd to me. Yeah, there it is. Declining eyesight can be improved by looking at red light. Isn't that crazy? I was blown away. Yeah, see, there it is.
Brushing teeth, shitting.
Affected eyesight according to a new study.
So weird.
You don't need to use it for very long to get a very strong result.
It's it stimulates the health of the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell.
And that's my big thing. I'm always worried about my mitochondria.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it takes a few minutes.
It's just part of my day.
I mean, that's crazy.
It's the 670 nanometer wavelength.
That's
There
what
you
I.
go.
That's why I've been.
told
That's
you
why
it
I've
was
been
670.
struggling.
I
Yeah,
could've told
I-
you.
That's why I've been struggling. I've been using that 680.
Yeah, I was using 640. I was
yeah,
at the
you
lower
gotta
model.
adjust. You
Yeah.
gotta adjust.
I was just taking the red light, from my charger and just putting it right in my eye. That didn't work at all. They think 3 minutes, dude, over a period of 2 weeks, and their sight was better. The sight stopped declining.
I wonder if you could go past what we have now.
Yeah, if I
Like
just
have better sight?
Yeah.
if I just get like
Eagle eye?
a giant red lamp and just stare at it all day.
Yeah. Do it. Do it. Tell me how it goes.
Wait, have you guys heard of this sun thing?
Yeah. Stare at
It's
it.
almost red.
It's like orange, right?
Hey, that's pretty,
close to
That's
red.
got to be the same thing. All right, here's the deal.
Let's just stare at the sun.
You two stare at the sun for the next couple weeks. Let me know of your eyesight, how much it improves, because we're gonna assume it's gonna improve.
Oh, yeah.
Just tell me how much it improves.
Yeah. It's not will it. It's just a how much.
That's right. Fantastic. Next story here. We're gonna wrap it up here for you guys, but the last one I really want to tell you about was, and something that actually I'm hoping affects here, is San Francisco in the last 2 months was just announced that they have had a 11 and 9% decrease in their rate of their rent in the last 2 months. Here's what surprises me. Nobody's called me, right, and said like, "Hey, we're going to lower your rent." I assume these are in places that are about to be rented, right?
Yeah,
They're not
like, they're
calling
just, like-
current tenants, right?
They're probably like, oh, we were gonna rent it for 2,000. Oh, nobody's buying. All right, now we'll try 1,900.
DJ,
think
appreciate the
it's-
follow coming on in here, man. I don't know if you followed yet, but hit that follow button, man. Appreciate it, brother. I really do. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me, man. Mitochondria requires a few cold Budweisers a day. My doc said. Your doc said sounds like a drunken uncle, so I respect his words. Nobody knows more than a drunken uncle. So fantastic. No, I thought it was interesting, man. A weird story. I guess that's it. But yeah, like I said, I just didn't know. I guess I'm hoping it hits LA. I hope the rent prices decrease here, but I don't know if anybody anywhere has noticed that. They said
I just feel like it's on a delay though, because everything's been kind of like there's nobody getting kicked out, no evictions and stuff like that now. So like I think there will be a big drop,
And
but
the
it will be
stakes-
delayed.
And like the stakes are so much higher. If you're in San Francisco and your apartment's $2,500 and you ain't worked in 3 months, that's a lot more money than if your rent's like $900, $1,000 here. You know?
Here's your stat of the day. If you live in a small town or you live in somewhere where the rent's not crazy, that decrease apparently for a 2-bedroom apartment in San Francisco, the average was $3,700.
For a 2-bedroom?
2-bedroom. Now it's down to $3,200. So now it's basically a freaking steal, dude.
Giveaways.
Giving away apartments at $1,600 a person. So it's literally almost $2,000 a person for an apartment a month.
Just
That's
To share an apartment with
the
someone.
the part that I can't wrap my mind around is like I can understand somebody,
Master Sip, appreciate it. Oh man,
No,
damn,
don't
can't
you
do
go-
it.
nope.
Can't do it.
Nope.
But he's got 69 in there. I ruined it all of a sudden, or maybe you did. I don't
It's
know.
already been banned by Paul.
Damn, Paul is just
I know.
slicing people.
Paul is earning his keep today, so
You
that's why I wanted
are,
to
dude.
shout him out. He has
Yeah, you
been
can be a
banning
moderator.
people. He has been moderating,
He's our moderator. He's
him
just
and Malcolm are moderators.
just deleting people. If you say something stupid, you're out, dude.
He's been
I love it. We're gonna do a game. We're gonna do a giveaway as soon as we get enough followers.
click them followers.
Yeah, click that follow button, and then one day we'll give you.
subscribe and all that, and we'll get you stuff.
Then I'll give you something. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. Like I said, I am hoping my rent goes down, but it hasn't yet. LA has done literally nothing. They've done nothing. They haven't helped anybody out anywhere. It's crazy to me. In the time where everybody's lending a hand, all of a sudden rent has stayed exactly the same. So anyway, let's go ahead and wrap it up on the stories that we like to wrap it up on. A little bit of
Petty story of the week.
That's right, a little bit of petty story of the week. Adijo. Hey, we got another one there. You got to shout that guy out. I love making Lamb read it, just trying to read these names.
Jonathan Ray Parker, the 2.
Oh,
Number
Jonathan,
2.
yeah, number 2. All right, Jonathan Ray Parker. Man, Jonathan Ray Parker sounds like a slick actor's name, dude.
No, that's
Jonathan Ray Parker, if you're a real person, you need to be an actor and or some kind of model, dude.
Or a musician.
Or a musician.
Like a badass guitar player.
Dude, where you guys going? Jonathan Ray Parker? Oh, man, it's slamming, dude. This guy can sing his butt off. I'm going to see his concert. Sounds great. So for my petty story of the week, let me go ahead and pull it up, man. I like to get petty. I like to get petty. I always forget my story, so I got to give some reminders here. Okay, yeah, I know the story. So, story goes, like I said, I always like to end with a petty story of the week because pettiness makes me laugh. So there was a lady, she married her husband, and they fell on some hard times, so they had to move, and this is a true story. She had to move in with her mother-in-law. And if you guys have ever shared a house with anybody, you know how frustrating it can be when they eat your food. We've actually had this discussion on here before about my older brother eating my Olive Garden, and then I yelled, "Why did you eat it?" And he said, "I thought it was mine." And I said, "You didn't even go to Olive Garden with me. How could it be yours?" Right? So there's that kind of argument you've had with your roommates a million times. So anyway, she moves in with her mother-in-law, and she said that she's got a sweet tooth. This lady does. She kept bringing home like little desserts and ice cream and chocolates, and she said this mother-in-law would swoop in after hours, usually late night, and was eating everything. Never asked, never mentioned it, never bought replacements, never said she was doing. You're just getting pissed off over here. I see it.
Dude, it's just a violation to like if you really are close to somebody, like really close to somebody, you understand if you were like allowed to without asking eat like half of that.
Agreed.
But if you fucking ever just finish somebody's food like without asking, like
Here's the rule in this house, because a
on.
bunch of savages live in here, not adults. But we have a very clear rule that if you eat it, you better replace it immediately. And that rule has actually been really well received. So sometimes Tony will come in and say, "Yo, I finished your milk, but there's fresh milk in there." Okay, cool. Hey, I ate the rest of your cereal. I picked up a new box. Cool. That I'm totally cool with. Within 24 hours, if it's replaced, I'm cool with that.
especially because then you don't have like 4 things of milk that you're
Right.
labeling. And
Yes.
shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So apparently, this lady had gone to the Cheesecake Factory and brought
Always
home-
extras.
Always extras. She brought home a bunch of extras, and she brought home a big slice of cheesecake because she didn't eat it at the restaurant. Puts it in the fridge, and she said she came down after work. She came home after work. She said all day long she'd been thinking about it. So she came home after work, and the cheesecake was like half its size. And she's looking at it and staring at it and realized, like, was this the size I bought it? And she starts to look, and she can see fork marks all over it. And this lady just came in and just ate like half of her cheesecake. Needless to say, this lady was really pissed off. Apparently, she took the cheesecake up, threw it on the lady's bed, and said, "You can finish it if you're going to do this." Got really nasty about it. But then she said that wasn't enough. So she went to the store next day because she was buying stuff anyway, and she saw that they had dog cakes. So she bought her dog a bunch of these dog cakes, and then she left one on the table, and dog crackers and cakes. And she said she came in the next day, and she said she put them on the table, not even thinking of like an actual prank. I swear this lady says she did it on purpose. I think she just left them there on accident, but she said she put them on purpose. The mom comes in the next day and says, "Hey, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I don't know what you were buying, but whatever you bought is bad. You got to take it back." She said, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Whatever these cookies are, they're disgusting. I'm telling you, whatever they are, they're rotten. You need to take them back." She's like, "I really appreciate you letting me know." And she never told him. So she said I guess going forward, she's still gonna leave like some dog food on the table every now and again. I love that, dude. Just keep giving her dog food. Yeah, just keep giving her dog food. I love pettiness like that.
Apparently, Mom Bubba has a story here.
Hey.
She replaced all the protein bars with fiber ones when a roommate's boyfriend kept eating all my snacks and not replacing.
So he was just dumping every time he turned around. Fiber One bars, absolutely love it. What about all the milk? Yeah, I'm saying, dude. I mean, okay. At some point here, when we get a camera, I'm going to take you guys to the fridge. There's a milk museum going on in my fridge. There's real milk. There's oatmeal milk. There's almond milk. There's
Oatmeal milk sounds like your old dad.
yeah, there's
Oatmeal
oat
milk.
milk.
I think it's oat milk.
Oat milk. Okay. Oat milk.
Only for oatmeal. They're only allowed to use it.
Only allowed for oatmeal. There's milk in there with no lactose. There's heavy cream. There's
Flavored creamer.
There's flavored creamers. I mean, literally, my fridge could be an action museum for. If you were like, "Man, I think I want to quit milk," I'd be like, "Yo, check my fridge out. Try all 11. See which one you like." That's what's going on in my fridge right now.
My fridge is exactly the opposite.
Aunt Marie knows what's up.
Yeah, you didn't even go to Olive Garden. You weren't even there. You weren't with us. You weren't with us eating breadsticks and salad. You don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today.
I got
That's
one thing for you.
Hey, I like it. Does it involve me pressing sound effects? Because you know I'm in on that.
Exactly.
Dude. All right, sweet. What?
This is a place, buddy.
Nice. Look. Yeah. In case y'all don't know, we're trying to get a word started. If you haven't joined the podcast before, there's all these cool words that people say, "Man, that's cool. That's tight. That's dope." Right? We're starting our own word.
Damn, that's snug.
That's right. That's Snug. We're starting Snug. And apparently Lamb just found a bar right down the street named The
This
Snug.
looks like the least hip bar I've ever seen.
For sure. They're
I
really
love it.
Down.
They're killing my Snug already.
these three.
There's
Yeah.
nothing snug about any of those three except for that guy's shirt.
Just a straight Irish pub. Burbank's neighborhood bar over here. Just killing
These
it.
guys look miserable
Yeah.
there.
Those are the best they got.
Who
These are the
drunk-
ones they chose to put up.
Yeah, there's.
But that's what I wanted to finish
I love
on.
it, dude.
I, was
Look
just,
at this
I
guy.
saw it.
This
at-
guy on the right is. If Men in Black was real, dude, that guy was an alien for sure. Shout out that guy.
He looks like that guy with his head that gets
Yeah, that's right. He just blows off and he's like, yeah.
Ugh, what'd you do that for? It hurt so much.
What you see is what I got. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Jack Jeeves spot. That's right. Men in Black shout out. All right. Anyway, guys, I really had a blast with you guys today. We had some new people in the chat. If you're new to the chat, appreciate it, guys. We go Monday and Thursdays, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern time. I'm Nick, and this is Kevin. This is Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, man. Jordan gave a really nice perspective on things today, and we're going to try to have more guests on. We'll probably have Jordan back as well. But if it's your first time, like I said, see you guys on Thursday. Other than that, man, we appreciate you guys' support. I'm Nick,
I'm Kevin.
and we are the two dumb idiots.
Damn, that's snug.
That is Snug, but I'm also going to give you a fade out sound effect as well. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called dumb once or twice in my life.
Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and definitely check out our podcast wherever podcasts are podcasting.